A mom and her two daughters killed in cold blood by their own son and brother. The suspect, identified as Ivory James Welch III, took off. Within 24 hours, Myers says Welch drove all the way to eastern Arizona.
I think he was just driving to create distance.
Chief Myers reveals how they were able to find him.
We had the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force tracking his cell phone.
The Arizona Department of Public Safety says Welch was spotted in the Safford area Monday morning. They finally caught up to him on US 191 near Morseni.
They tried to pull him over and he got out with a gun.
Mississippi police says Welch opened fire at DPS. However, officials with the department tell 12 News they cannot confirm that at this time, only saying Welch reportedly showed a gun and troopers opened fire. Welch was shot and killed at the scene. No troopers were hurt.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely marvelous. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers of the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Mississippi by way of Ridgeland. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Mississippi. Everybody outside the great city of Ridgeland. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And also, before I start the story, I want to send my deepest sympathy and condolences out to the family and friends of Ida Welch and also her daughter, Vicky Welch, and also her other daughter, yes, Crystal Welch, because it's very sad and tragic what happened to these three women by the hands of somebody who was supposed to protect them, by the hands of somebody who was supposed to love them, by the hands, yes, of somebody who was kin to them also. And if that's not enough to make you say, damn, I don't know what is. But this story is very heartfelt. Not only the fact that it happened a day before Mother's Day, even though some stories are conflicted saying that it happened on Mother's Day, but you also have other stories that saying that this incident took place on Saturday instead of Sunday. Now, what took place is very troubling and heartbreaking also because it happened, yes, inside of Miss Ida Welch's home, inside her own home. But I want to ask you all this before I start the story because it's all kind of excuses as to why the son, Ivory Welch, took his mom and his two sisters' life. Now, I want to ask you all this. Why do you think, number one, that Ivory Welch went overboard and killed his mama and his two sisters inside of his mom's home? Number one, I want to ask you all this also. Was Ivory Welch staying there? Do you all think that Ivory was staying there? Because think about this. If you got that mad at your mom and sisters to the point that you killed them, why did you not just jump in the same car that you fled in? Why did you not jump in that same car before you killed them and just left? So that's why I think that Ivory Welch was staying with his mama, Ida Welch. But it goes to show you how some of your children really feel about you. And all of this took place on Saturday, but truly, it been building up for a long time. Wait till you hear the story. But anyway, so the family had a cookout on Saturday. The family had a barbecue, actually. Now, it's also said in the story that Ivory Welch, the son that killed his mom and his two sisters, was mad about a funeral. And they said the funeral was Friday. But think about this, family. Who get that mad about a funeral where they kill their own mama and two sisters? Because what that means? That means it's going to be more than just that funeral that you're mad at. Now you're dealing with three other funerals, which happen to be your mama and your two sisters. So I don't understand why they say that Ivory Welch was upset about a funeral. But they also say that Ivory Welch was also upset about his birthday. It sounds like to me, Ivory Welch was upset about a lot of things. Now think about this also, family, because we're going to do a lot of thinking in this video. Now, who in the hell get mad about a damn birthday? Because it's simple. If you don't want to live to be another year old, guess what? You can always stop that. You feel what I'm saying? You have a choice to live or die. I'm not telling nobody to do anything to themselves. We just trying to make sense out of this crazy mess that's going on in this world. Because if Ivory Welch's son that killed his mom and his two sisters were dead upset about his birthday, why did you not just stop living? You get what I'm saying? You had a choice. You knew your birthday was coming. So guess what? You had a choice between now and the next year to unalive yourself or whatever. So that is no damn excuse to sit up here and say, well, number one, he was mad about a funeral and then gonna cause more funerals. That don't make sense. It don't make sense for somebody to sit up here and say that he was mad about a birthday, but yet still you chose to still keep on living. You get what I'm saying? Now, also, they say that when Ivory Welch killed his mama and his two sisters, he fled in a car. And they had witnesses that seen him leave the scene in a car. So that's how the police was able to track this car down. I know you all are thinking right now, well, Trey, where exactly did they track this car down? They tracked the car all the way from Richland, Mississippi, all the way through Dallas, Texas, yes, all the way to New Mexico, damn near to the Arizona state line. He was 30 miles away from the Arizona state line.
Within 24 hours, Myers says Welch drove all the way to eastern Arizona.
I think he was just driving to create distance.
Trying to flee, trying to get as much distance between him and the state of Mississippi as he could. So that goes to show you that he was in his right mind. He knew damn well what he was doing. So roughly before he was able to cross the border over into Arizona, that's when the New Mexico State Police pulled him over, trying to take him into custody. But you have more conflicting stories saying that when they pulled him over, that Ivory got out the vehicle and showed the police a handgun. He produced a handgun.
They tried to pull him over and he got out with a gun.
But you also have another story saying that Ivory Welch got out of his vehicle and opened fire on the police, and that would lead the police to kill him.
Ivory James Welch III was shot and killed after a shootout with Arizona state troopers.
But I want to ask you all this. What did you think really happened in Ivory Welch's last moment? Did he get out the vehicle with a gun in his hand? Or did he get out the vehicle and open fire? Or did he get out and try to surrender and the police just took his life? But anyway, now all of this could have easily been avoided. But like I tell you all, there are always signs. And I know some of y'all are thinking right now with Trey, what kind of signs were there? Because like the old saying go, where there's smoke, there's always fire. Now roughly, yes, back in 2006, Ivory Welch was arrested, yes, for domestic violence for guess what? Jumping on another family member. You get that? So he already had a history of attacking other family members. Now the story never said exactly which family member it was. And now fast forward roughly 6 years later to 2012, where he was arrested once again for attacking another family member. But they did not charge him this time with domestic violence. They charged him with assault, which is clearly a damn felony. So it goes to show you that Ivory Welch had no problem jumping on family members. So one is led to believe, look here, if you already been arrested twice for jumping on other family members, and they never stated which one it was once again, would it not be hard to believe that you are the problem? Would it not be hard to believe that maybe it was the fact that it wasn't about a funeral or it wasn't about a birthday? And the reason why you done this was because you're a toxic person and also a toxic family member. And you have family like that would do things like that to you. So for people who are out there saying that, well, maybe somebody in his family made him mad, or maybe he was upset about a funeral, ask yourself once again the way I laid this out. Do it make sense to sit up here and be that mad about a funeral and then cause more funerals? Do it make sense to be mad about a birthday and then you yet to still decide to keep living? So once again, those excuses does not make sense because he has a history of jumping on his own family. Now think about this also. What person in their right mind guns their mama down? What person in their right mind guns their sister down? Now, Miss Ida Welch was 76 years old. Vicky Welch, the sister, was 56 years old. And the youngest sister, the intellectual, she was 42 years old. Had a very good career, a very smart, bright woman. And from what I heard and read, the younger sister, Vicky Welch, served on the Mississippi Board of Directors where she was the vice president. And she also was a law instructor who taught at a Mississippi local college. So that right there shows you the character of these people. And it clearly shows you also who the bad apple is. But anyway, we'll break the rest down as I read a snippet from the story. I'm going to read a quick snippet from this story. And I'm going to give my opinion. All of it. Surely, as we go. Man kills his mom, two sisters on Mother's Day, later gunned down by law enforcement in another state. A sad damn situation. And all of this could have been avoided. And let me tell you this. No reason you should get mad at your family members when you have to attack them. But you have family members like that. So let me all ask you this also before I dig deep into the story. Have you ever gotten into it with a family member and you ain't do nothing wrong to them? Or have you ever been approached by a family member who was extremely jealous of you, that was always hating on you? You feel me? And also, worse yet, have you ever had a fight with a family member where it came to you damn near about to take each other up out of here? You get what I'm saying? Because I know I had. And guess what? I got their respect. But anyway, let's continue. A Mississippi man wanted in connection with a triple shooting that left his mother and two sisters dead was fatally shot by state police in Arizona, says the authorities. A crazy ass situation. And sir, what did you think you was going to do? How far did you think you was going to go when, number one, they had a nationwide manhunt on you? And also they had the U.S. Marshals on you. And sir, they say they track you down using your cell phone and also the license plate readers.
Chief Myers reveals how they were able to find him.
You had the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force tracking his cell phone.
So for people out there thinking that they're going to kill people and get away with it, guess what? You're going to have to do a lot of hiding, ducking, and dodging. Because guess what? These people are not playing. And also, bloggers like me are going to do everything in our power to help the law enforcement catch you. Because guess what? That could have easily been somebody we love, or it could have even been one of us. But anyway, let's continue again. And adding to the story, authorities in Richland and north of Jackson discovered the woman's body at a home on Mother's Day. And now think about this also. The other side of the Welch family was waiting for the mom and the two sisters to come to the cookout, to the barbecue. And they never did come. So the family sitting around and they being nervous and whatnot, they kept calling the home and nobody never picked up. Because guess what? They was already shot. They was most likely was already deceased. So they waited all the way Saturday to Sunday morning till the police came over there around 7:30 a.m. and discovered the 3 women dead inside the living room of the home. That's a sad situation, ain't it? For your own son to do you like that. And I know you would never think that your own daughter, your own child, or your own son would do you like that, but guess what? They have an old saying, sometimes your family can be the worst. But anyway, let's go and close up. And now in closing, the story says, a spokesman for the Arizona Department of Public Safety said that troopers were alerted to a sighting of a suspect at around 7:30 a.m. around the Sanford area west of the New Mexico state line. This guy drove all the way from Mississippi, past Texas, past New Mexico, trying to get into Arizona. Well, ultimately, I don't know where he was going to go between there. But at the same time, I don't understand what the hell he thought he was going when you already been wanted nationwide. You get what I'm saying? They are tracking your every location. And the only thing you had to do, sir, but guess what? Number one, not even take nobody's life. But who in their right mind take their own mama life and also their own sister life? That's a sad situation. So once again, Mr. Ivory, even though I know you're not here, what did you think was going to happen to you, sir? What did you think was going to happen in this situation? Because number one, you took 3 people out, and they said it was all so premeditated. And now think about this for my people who stay in the state of Mississippi. You know one thing, Mississippi do not play with murder. So most likely, you was going to get the death penalty. I know damn well you was going to get life in prison. So once again, if you was upset with your own life, why not go off somewhere and be by yourself or, try to seek some counseling? Or if you can't do that, guess what? You know what to do after that. But at the same time, who in their right mind targets their own mama, gun her down, and also your 2 sisters? You're supposed to be there to protect them. And look what you end up doing, hurting them. So once again, family in closing, why do you think Ivory Welch killed his mama and his 2 sisters? Do you think that his 2 sisters came over there and got on his ass and started telling him about himself? Because guess what? Number one, most likely, he didn't have anything going for himself because he's already a convicted felon. Not saying that a convicted felon can't change. Not saying that a convicted felon can't do better in life. You're just going to have a harder time doing it. But you can do anything you set your mind to. So this is what I'm trying to make sense of. What do you think really took place inside his home for this man to go overboard and gun down his own mom and gun down his own sisters and flee the scene? You get what I'm saying? What did you think actually took place? Me, what I really think took place, they was telling him about himself because he's not doing what the hell he's supposed to do as a man. And that's when things took a tragic turn. So once again, I don't believe it was about a funeral, even though some stories are trying to say that it was about a funeral, because how can it be about a funeral when number one, you caused 3 more deaths, 3 more funerals? You get what I'm saying? So does that make sense? And also, like I said earlier in the story, do you think he was mad about his birthday? Because if that's the case, you already know your birthday coming. Why not do something about it? Why not stop it? You have a choice. But anyway, sometimes you have to let your family go. Sometimes your family will be the worst one to hurt you. And no parent in their right mind would think their son or daughter, their child, will be the one to take them up out of here. And what will make it even more sad is the fact that, number one, you also got to watch out for your own family now, like you do people in the streets. That's a sad situation. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed, and I will see y'all soon on next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.